Hi, Allie.
Hello!
And hello, incredible listeners, and welcome back to Arcane Trinity, Tides of Esthios, an actual play D&D podcast from us here. When we left off, we were joined by Silvie and Valora, as their time in Hillcrest had come to a close upon various events that transpired there.
Said goodbye to Pimrick.
Said goodbye to Pimrick. You guys are following various leads for personal things and for happenings that you stumbled across inside town.
We sure did.
Have led you towards the largest place that is on this side of the continent, Doveport. Pretty fancy city with some standout buildings in there.
It's a port with doves.
There are many doves and pigeons and other birds that have these little carrying vests on them.
Oh my god.
That is where the Bank of Doveport is.
Big building.
You know, big building. You guys have some ties in there from things you discovered in Colborne's mansion. You'll also be waiting for the ship to set sail across the dark tide to the other side of the continent. Say that 10 times fast.
Dark tide to the other side of the continent. Like, it's like,
oh, man. But as you're waiting for that and you've just arrived, you guys got a nice suite together at the top of the inn that is here. The deluxe suite, yes. With a window view of the tide.
The window. We can see outside.
Yeah, and you can see a nice view of the other side of the continent, the other island that you guys don't know a whole lot about. You're thinking about as you were there.
Yep.
But now that you're here, you're
the island we've been searching
for.
for.
Stop that.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
But now you guys are having a bit of a bonding moment, a bit of a heart-to-heart together in the room there.
Yes.
And
some vulnerability on both sides.
We leave off there as you guys were kind of getting settled in before you're going to explore the city a little bit at night, it seemed. And we'll pick up from there as you're having the end of your heart-to-heart moment.
Yep.
Talking about pastries.
Talking about cookies and specifically cookies.
Yes.
I don't know. I just think the most simple things are the most tastiest.
That's true, because sometimes when you get the complex flavors that are called, like they can get all like things that have different berries in it, they get all jumbled up in there, and it's like, wait, and at the word jumbled, she stops and thinks for a second, and her eyes go wide, and she was like, oh, wait! Speaking of jumbled, the scribble journal that I was looking in, I totally forgot.
Yes, did you find anything?
For hours, for like 2 hours, I tried to decipher the scribbles that he put in there, but I can only make out one word so far, and the word's not a good one.
What is it?
Praxis.
At that, Valora's eyes kind of slightly widen.
And
her expression kind of remains
she just
the same.
nods yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
Well, he was writing about Praxis. That's...
And, that kind of checks out considering what happened to him.
Do you think that Wilburn Thright guy may be a follower of Praxis?
It's possible. I don't like that idea, though. But if he made a deal with someone who's connected to Praxis in some way, it would make sense why he turned into something so bad.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, that's one...
It's something.
It's something.
It's better than what the combination of an M or bunny ears looked like that we thought we maybe figured out before.
Very true.
So, yeah.
Good job deciphering that.
Thanks. I just wish I could have made out more than just one word.
I know,
maybe I could try again.
It was very, very difficult to read.
Oh, it sure was.
Good job. Let's get you a cookie.
Cookie. When's the last time I had a cookie? And she's just thinking while she's probably just following you out to
before they leave. Valora's gonna grab the Bible that's on the nightstand, and she's gonna just open a drawer, toss it in, and shove it
out of sight.
Yeah, of course.
And they're gonna head out.
Nice.
Find the bakery.
All right, so you leave the Light of the Current inn that you guys are staying at and head out into the city.
Oh, wait. Beforehand, is the drow lady still down there?
Yes. She's kind of like the active attendant that's there right now.
Wait, Flora, I have to ask this lady if she's seen my brother.
Okay.
Just in case.
All right,
go ahead. She goes up to her and puts her hands on the counter, excuse me.
Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
I'm wondering if you might have seen my brother recently. He looks kind of like I do. His name is Silvie and Valora. Does it ring a bell at all?
I see a lot of people all the time. I'm afraid that that simply isn't going to connect with me, I'm afraid.
Can I do an insight check to see if she's telling the truth or if she's hiding something?
Yeah, sure. Make an insight check.
Okay. It's been a while.
What?
It's a natural one.
Oh,
Natural one?
no.
No idea.
Damn.
Yep. She just kind of pouts and is like, okay, thanks anyways.
Of course. Have a good night.
You too. And she just kind of shuffles over to Valora like she doesn't know anything.
Right, well,
Too many people.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
I know, but I figure, you see someone with, black and white hair who's not an old person, that would maybe stand out a little bit, but okay.
A little, but there are lots of varying degrees of people that probably come and go.
And she
through
thinks
here.
of Qrud, and she's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Just like an image of Qrud pops above her head.
Remember, we still do have a very big lead.
That's true. Alrighty. Chocolate chip cookies!
Cookies.
Yes.
All right. So you head back out into the city down this main street area. You both can make perception checks for me.
Good thing it wasn't the net one.
Perception.
I'm gonna use my lesbian dice. That you got me.
Nice.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
What, did you get another one?
A different
Oh, no,
D20, and
she
it's another
did.
natural one.
Woo!
It's just like session 1 all over again. Damn.
You know, there is a way you could roll that again.
I know. But look where we are.
Yeah.
We are in a city full of people.
Yeah.
Oh dear, yeah, that's true.
It's now's not the time.
You just showed up.
Now's not the time.
14 total.
14? Okay. So you guys are out here looking at the city. Sylvie, you are lost among the sights.
It
looking
makes
at
sense.
Everything.
She's never been in a city
even
before.
just seeing the birds again, watching them fly around. You're just
Trying
watching.
to imagine them
You're-
with capes.
But you see that
Yeah.
your head is just up at the sky right now.
Literally
just
in the clouds.
completely
Literally.
distracted, looking up at the birds. Flora's scanning around, trying to see various things that are around.
Her ADHD is kicked in.
You see a building that seems pretty nondescript on the outside, called the Rose Bush. That's there. You see farther down from that is that bakery that you guys have seen before, and you actually see Eureka walking in the front door of there right now.
In the bakery?
In the bakery.
Okay.
And at the same time, you hear somewhat close by a bit of a scuffle, it seems, coming from the alley beside that Rosebush building that I mentioned.
Can I tell what kind of, like, place this is?
From the
Rosebush?
outside,
Yeah.
you can't tell the front of it. It's very flat. There's no windows on the front of it. It just says, and it has like these lit up signs. It's very different from what you're used to seeing, this like artificial light source that says the rose bush, and behind it has like a picture of a rose bush that is there. But nothing that really helps you get a description of it. You see a couple people going in and out. Like I said, you hear like a bit of a tussle going on beside the building in the alley beside it.
In the alleyway.
Yes.
Sylvie's just looking at the birds. Just looking up at the birds like, oh.
Hey, Sylvie.
Ah, what?
There's something going on over there. I'm gonna go check it out.
You want me to come with you?
Yes, just stay behind me.
Okay.
Alright. And she's gonna go. She doesn't want to immediately make herself known. She kind of just wants to, like, kind of peer in there.
Yep. So
Scope it out.
Yeah,
you
scope it
go
out
there
first, see what's going
and
on.
you take a peek down the alleyway, and you see two familiar figures to you. You see Glass Gorgo,
Oh.
What the
and
fuck?
you see his halfling companion that's with him.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, Glass Gorgo is kneeling down, kind of cowering in a way, and the halfling individual is yelling at him and
What?
striking him
Whoa!
behind the alley.
What
and
the fuck?
You kind of hear as like there's
I
this
thought he was the minion.
Yeah.
discussion going on,
Was it backwards this whole time?
and you hear this individual going, "I knew that getting you was going to be useless. Every time you try and be of use to me, you're just a failure over and over again. After everything I've done for you, you should be grateful for me. I got you out of that pit in the first place. Maybe I should take you back there if you don't start stepping up for me. And you hear Glassgora go, he's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whoa.
I know, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Can I keep listening to see if he says anything else, or does he just keep kind of hitting him?
It's like between every, sentence or so, you see him striking him, punching him, kicking him.
What the hell?
And I'll say make a perception check for me.
Meanwhile, Sylvie's just peeking a little bit from behind you, looking at
24.
24?
More than 19.
Okay. As you're
Nice.
analyzing the situation, a bit in shock of what you're looking at, and looking at Gorgo, you can see, that he is cowering. There's a look of fear and regret on his face, and there are a couple tears coming down his face.
Oh my god.
Valora, she looks to Silvie,
Sylvie looks shocked right now.
and she kind of holds out her hand, for Silvie to, just kind of, as if to say, wait.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna just confidently stroll up to them. What's going on here?
The other one, not Gorgo, but his halfling friend, looks up at you and goes, well, that's none of your business, okay? You're always such a problem. Why don't you just fucking leave out of here, all right, lady?
She looks to Gorgo. What is his expression?
Like I said, it's
upon seeing her?
Upon seeing her, probably a mix of confusion and probably still pretty afraid. He probably between the confusion of never expecting to see you show up in this situation, and probably a mixture, of freebie, insight, not knowing what's about to happen next, considering the past instances they've had together. He doesn't know what to expect.
Valora, she bends down to the halfling's height, and she immediately tries to bring his whole body against the wall with her forearm against his neck.
The halfling?
Yeah, the halfling.
Yeah. I won't even say make a strength check because you're stronger than him. So you successfully did. You pin him up against the wall, and he kind of goes bug-eyed for a second, as if his eyes are gonna pop out of his socket for a moment from the pure force of it. And he's kind of. How much force are you using on it as you've got him against the wall? Because you said it's against the throat with your arm.
Yeah. So I'm gesturing what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like this. She'll
And,
push him against the wall with her forearm against his throat. Enough to kind of jostle him against the
Yep. I'm just wondering if it's
wall.
enough to would he be struggling to speak right now, or is it not enough force to cause that necessarily?
I think she wouldn't have it completely where he wouldn't be able to speak or breathe.
Yeah.
But just enough so that he knows he can't escape.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I imagine maybe do you have him pinned against the wall, or have you because he's he's a halfling, he's a small individual. So is he lifted off of the ground in this moment as you do it, or are you kind of bending down to get him against the wall?
I would say she kind of rises a bit, so he's
A little
forced
bit,
to be
yeah.
off the ground.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. So you've got him against it, and he's at a piece he's what are you doing? What the fuck's wrong with you?
What makes you think that you can just kick and bully him like that?
Because he's mine. That's why.
Oh.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
I bought him out of the pit where he came from. He was no good until I made him something.
The pit?
Oh, yeah. You don't want to know about that, lady.
He's forced to do everything you say.
Yeah, just look at him. Worthless piece of shit.
Ooh.
She grips him more against. You treat him better. And she kind of leans in closer.
Sylvie's kind of pacing.
Or I'll find you and drag you to this pit that you speak of.
Make an intimidation check.
Ooh. So can you imagine Sylvie? She's like, yeah. No, she's not. She's waiting like she was told.
Dirty 20.
She's like a puppy.
Dirty 20? Okay.
Ooh.
I'd say that's enough to where, having dealt with you before, he feels the fierceness in your voice like that. And he just kind of goes, fine, I'm sorry.
Before I go, tell me your name.
It's Big Step.
I'm sorry. That's
Fucking.
let me write that.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Big step.
I actually think I let that slip in session 1, if I'm correct. When he
you?
did a sneak attack, I think I said him by name as he was making his move. But everyone forgot by now, so let's go.
Oh my god. Valora like lets out like a snort, like kind of like under her breath, like kind of like a scoff, and she releases him.
Can I hear all this since I'm like right outside the alleyway? Sylvie's like,
Big step.
what? She actually, she's just like covering her mouth right now. Her shoulders are shaking a little. Like she's trying not to just bust out laughing.
Oh my god.
She releases him and lets him like fall to the ground or whatever. She goes, "All right, I'll remember your name."
Alright, whatever, lady. Shit. God, I hate this. And Gorgo's at this point starting to stand up a little bit, trying to compose himself. He looks over to you, still a little bit scared of you, and is confused after everything that's happened of, you know, the surprise of you, you know, stepping in and helping him. Because your repertoire isn't exactly the best together necessarily. But he kind of looks at you as he wipes his eyes and, you know, gives a shaky nod. Like, oh, thank you.
At this point, Sylvie, she's gonna jog up to stand next to Valora, and she's gonna look at him and she's like, "Why are you guys here?
What do you mean by here?"
Like Doveport. You guys left Hillcrest too? Were you just... Because you were kind of a regular there.
I mean, we kind of move around as need be.
Hmm.
We go wherever he wants to go, and he
Do you want me to
motions
freeze
over
him? I can do it. You know I
Excuse
can
me,
do
what?
it.
And you see a look of terror on his face as he looks back and forth between like everyone of
Like she's being genuine right now.
Why does he terrify you so? And she like points like at Big Step. Like, what the fuck? Like, she's like, why? Why does he scare you so much?
Yeah, what does he do to you?
One of you make a persuasion check because it looks like he's terrified to speak.
That might be me. Because my persuasion is +6.
Yeah, definitely.
Really? Well, it's not a 1, but a 2, so...
Oh, no.
Oh my god. I mean, you can try and roll as well
so
for
that's
Valora.
an 8.
An 8.
Do I have advantage because I've frozen them before?
It's a 14.
I wouldn't be able to give you advantage on that one.
It's 17.
Okay.
17? Okay, so...
You probably are more persuasive in this situation
+3.
anyway.
But you see he kind of looks at you and looks all around, and he just kind of shares, and he was like, I was an orphan, abandoned, and left alone. We were often sold off to a place that used us as entertainment for people that looked for that kind of thing. But he turns towards Big Step, and he says, he bought me out of it and got me freedom and away from there. My entire life before was fighting other kids for sport until he came along. I owe my freedom to him.
Is
and
it
so
true freedom, though?
it's better than what I ever had.
She looks down at Big Step. And she's like, how much did you pay for him?
2,000 gold.
Oh my god.
They don't like losing their toys over there.
He's not a toy, though. He's a person.
He was a toy.
Then don't treat him like one.
I'll treat him however I want to.
I could kill you right now, you know.
Do it, come on.
And she, like, grabs her sickle, and she...
Valora, like, looks to Sylvie, like...
And Coco's like, no.
He's making you miserable. That's not right.
And he's like, God, this all sucks.
Treat him better.
All right, everyone just
This is the most
Calm
serious
down.
that you've seen Sylvie, by
Calm
the
down.
way.
listen. I know I'm not the best person ever. You know, I may be a bit of a thief, charlatan, yeah, all those negative things you probably think of. I'll try and treat him better. There, you happy?
Don't try.
Okay.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. And Coco's like, please? He's like, go get some bacon. It's like, okay.
She
And then they
puts
start
her
walking off.
sickle back on her waist. And she looks up at Valora and is like, so cookies?
Valora kind of just like glares.
Like her seriousness is gone now. She's
Valora-
back to Sylvie.
Valora just glares daggers at Big Step, and she takes a breath and composes herself a bit, and she looks to Sylvie and nods.
Sylvie grabs Valora's hand and starts walking with her.
All right. So after that whole kerfuffle, you guys leave the alley and start heading back down the road towards that building that you saw earlier. A professional would have his notes up, but my phone turned off for a second there.
Valora hasn't seen Sylvie like that before.
All right, so you guys head back. I assume is it going to be that same building that you saw?
None of you have seen Sylvie like that.
That the bird flew into, and then the one that you saw Eureka going into earlier before that whole kerfuffle. But you guys go that way, and you see a sign out front that says "Crispy Crumbles."
That's adorable.
I love that.
And you walk inside. It's pretty chill in there. There are a couple birds that are kept in cages inside there, and you see this pretty old human lady. Her hair's gone white. Her skin is, not in the best condition anymore. She seems to be pretty elderly behind the counter, in a nice, one of those relaxed long dresses that's kind of that like purplish pink color and has like the frills that are at the end where the arms go. And she says, "Oh, hello, dearies."
Sylvie reluctantly lets go of Valora. Hi!
Hello, I assume you're here for some baked goods.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Valora just shoves her hands in her pockets.
I don't think I've seen you before. Is it your first time here?
It's my first time. Have you ever been here, Valora?
I've passed through Doveport, but I've never been in any of the shops.
Oh, I've never been here at all.
Oh, of course. Well, welcome in. It's been a bit of a busy day, so I don't have a whole lot of things available, but go ahead and peruse to your likings. And she kind of shows off her case that has some empty spots in it.
It has like the glass case that has like all the little things in it.
You can see the section that has croissants. There are some cookies in there. There are bagels and stuff. Obviously, they all will have some different flavors of variety to them, especially if you guys are peering at the cookies like it seemed like you were so intent on before. But you can obviously tell me what kind of section you're looking at in there as you're looking through it.
Valora's like looming over the case, and she
like over Sylvie again.
And she like has her eyes set on the chocolate chip cookies. I'll take 2 of those.
Of course. And she kind of bends down slowly under the case and pulls out some with the little paper and puts it inside the little bag for you. And hands it over. There you are. That's going to be 3 copper.
All right. She hands it over with a tip.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. And for you?
Sylvie's just kind of like, she looks like super intently like trying to figure out what she wants. Like she knows she wants a cookie, but like she's like, is there anything else? Like, because like were there any brownies in there, or is it just
yeah, sure.
Okay, so she's like, I want a chocolate chip cookie, and she's like, she points to it like little kids do. She's like, and a brownie, please.
Okay, yes, that'll be 5 copper for you.
No one would have guessed you would have been threatening a man's life in an alleyway moments ago, but it's fine. Both of them.
Wait, did you say that?
No. That's me talking.
I know.
But there's a narrator. What?
Did you say that?
Oh my god. But she's like, okay, how much was it?
5 copper.
5. You know what? I have some spare change. Just take 5 silver instead.
What?
Yeah, keep it all.
Oh, thank you
It's
so
all
much. I appreciate
Now
that.
I don't have to worry about keeping track of 5 silver.
You're wonderful. Thank you.
Of course. You're wonderful too.
Oh, thank you so much.
Is there any drinks in here?
Probably some pretty simple things. There's probably like, in one of the cases, there's like orange juice, cranberry juice, there's water.
I'm imagining like how like they
such.
have like those like kind of tubs like filled with ice at like the end of like cases like that. And they have like
yeah.
drinks in them.
They have like the juice boxes.
Something simple like that, like you see like a food court.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but they're in things like simple, like
Or at like
old,
conventions
like,
where they have the food.
Yeah.
It almost looks like old used potion vials or something that she's
Aw.
acquired and kind of used them to put
she's
in juices and
recycled.
stuff.
Love that.
Queen.
Valora will take. Is there like any like? Is there labels? Like, can you tell like what kind of juice it is?
There's no labels, but you can probably assume if you ask her that she'll be able to tell you what each one is in there.
Oh, excuse me, what flavor is this red one?
Oh, that one is cherries.
Ooh. She'll pick one up. I'll take this.
Oh, okay, that'll be 3 copper.
She gives her the 3 copper.
Oh, thank you so much, darling.
Sylvie, do you want a drink?
My brother always told me it's good to have vitamin C so that you don't get a cold.
Oh, your brother sounds like a wonderful person.
He's the best ever!
Oh, my goodness.
I'm guessing this one's orange, and she points to it.
Yes.
How much is it?
That is also... Well, you paid enough, dear. You paid
Are you
enough.
sure?
Yes, you overpaid for it, so you can take that, yes.
Okay, and she just takes it. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Question. Valora, like, kind of opens her drink and takes a sip, and she kind of looks around. Is Eureka in there?
No, you don't see her in there anymore.
Okay,
Oh.
so she must have left.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Valora's keeping it to herself. She's like... doesn't want to get Sylvie hyped up for no reason.
Oh my god, like a chihuahua barking.
Yeah.
Right? Eureka!
It's like, oh, guess who's coming to visit? Like the dogs like recognize names. Yeah. Like
Holy shit.
Where's Eureka? Tail starts wagging.
God damn it.
Oh my god. All right, you want to keep walking around?
Yes. And I have an idea. And she's gonna use prestidigitation to warm up her cookie and brownie. And she's like, "Do you want me to warm yours?"
Oh, that would be...
So they're like nice, and she
be great,
puts her hand
actually.
underneath it, and it's like toasty now, and the chocolate chips are like a little bit melty in there.
Valora just like kind of looks at it in wonder. She nods at Sylvie.
Right?
Thank you.
Magic's cool. And she just bites the cookie.
Valora kind of like shakes her head like, magic. But it has its advantages, sure.
Like warming baked goods.
Exactly.
Yes. The important things.
The important things in life.
The important things in life.
But you guys now have your freshly, magically warmed baked goods, and you're walking down the street.
Sylvie with sugar.
Hey, Sylvie, do you mind if we check out that shop over there? She points to the rose bush. I can't tell what it is. I'd like to look inside.
She looks at it and like tilts her head and is like, is there any indication of what kind of shop this would be?
From the storefront, it's really not.
Yeah, I already
Like I
asked that, and
said,
there's nothing.
Like, the storefront is
Because she
flat.
hasn't seen it yet.
There's no windows. It has artificial lighting for the sign that's up top that says the rose bush that lights it up in green and red.
Mystery shop. Yeah, let's go in there.
All right.
Okay, so you guys open up the doors to go inside, and you are met with quite the view as soon as you go in. The place is lined with, like, these red velvets and silks and linens all over the place. And you're immediately caught by the attention as you see numerous unclothed individuals of
knew it.
both
I
sexes
see.
that are inside, almost kind of standing in very interesting
That's a
poses.
jump scare.
Immediately.
That's a
As you
jump
walk
scare.
inside.
What if a little kid got away from their parent and walks in and
I
is
was
just
gonna make a joke about it being a strip club.
and it's just scarred for life? Like
Holy shit.
Sylvie like chokes on the cookies.
They just both walk in with their cookies
Yep.
and juice.
Sylvie's just like
Valora chokes too. She's like,
Sylvie's like hitting her chest with her closed face, like trying to like not die.
There's a man that's
Just
in like a
blushing really bright
Valora,
red. Right?
Valora has a little hint of a blush on her face.
Sylvie's whole face is red, both from choking and from what she's witnessed.
There's a guy beside towards the side of the door that's behind a desk in like a fancy velvet suit that just kind of chuckles a bit as you guys walk in. He's like, first time, huh?
Yeah.
We didn't know what this place was. Does this happen a lot? Maybe you should like put some warning.
That's half the fun.
Is it? She drinks her orange juice to try and wash down the cookie that's lodged in her throat.
And the individual stands up and walks over and is like, are you two looking for any services tonight?
Valora like starts like rubbing the back of her neck.
Sylvie's like the redness for Sylvie has reached like her ears now. Like it's just the anime level of blush.
It's gotten more for Valora too. You've never seen her like this.
The guy kind of like looks you both up and down. He's kind of just like, oh, okay, I get it. Yes, I know that sometimes it's really hard to discuss if you want to involve a third or not. We can help you with that.
Valora like she drops her cookie and she's like, she just like rubs her face. No.
Then Sylvie immediately picks me. She's like, no, the cookie. She prestidigitation panics the cookie and then hands me. Here you go.
Thank you.
Warms it a little bit again. She's like nervous casting magic at this point.
Oh man.
It's not like that.
We're friends.
We wandered in here on accident. It's
We were wondering what this place was because there's no indication of what was in here.
It is a brothel here. Yes.
I figured that out. I think we both figured that out immediately.
Wonderful. If you need some companionship, you know where to come.
We sure do. Have a nice
Yep, we know that now. Thank you, bye.
You as well. And he kind of bows, but you guys are automatically just rushing out the door. Almost a situation where you're both leaving at the same time, so you're bumping into each other out of the door frame.
Just trying to get out of the door.
Oh my god.
And then Sylvie probably just like takes a second to sit down. Like I'm sure it's like cobblestone probably, right?
Yeah, this place has a little bit nicer when it comes to the roads here. It's kind of a smooth cobblestone outside as opposed to the dirt roads you're typically used to around these areas.
She like prestidigitations a spot on the ground. Oh my gosh. And sits down and is just like hugging her knees right now and just like eating her brownie and just looking down at the ground. She's still completely red, totally quiet. Like
Valora
dead
is like,
quiet.
Valora immediately turned away from Sylvie. She is
so she's
just
not looking at Valora.
She's just standing there, like just awkwardly, like nearby, and she's just finishing her cookies. Oh my god. She finishes her cookies and her juice. She throws them away and she turns back to Sylvie and she's like
halfway done with the brownie.
Let's just forget that we walked in there.
And Sylvie's not making eye contact. She just starts nodding while she's eating the brownie.
She like kind of struggles over her words. The man in there might be a person that you could ask about your brother. I don't know what he's like, but it seems they may get a lot of customers and
You mean go back in there? And she finally looks up at Valora.
Valora like reddens a bit. Yes, just to talk to him.
I mean, my brother's not picky about partners, so maybe
Maybe he's.
I don't want to think about my brother.
A lot of travelers stop at brothels. I've tried before, but I can't bring myself to do it.
I can never bring myself to walk through the door. I just look at it from the outside and I'm like, no. And then I keep looking.
Mm-hmm. Maybe your brother is different.
He might be. I don't know. We never talked about that guy today.
I would hope not.
She's still completely red. Like, completely.
Oh, man.
She takes a second to compose herself. Her brownie's gone now. And then she's like, gets up, dusts off the skirt of her dress, and is like, takes a deep breath.
I'll be here.
Okay. Oh, he's gonna be like, oh, you changed your mind? And I'm gonna be like, no, I'm sorry. I just been looking for someone. It's gonna be really awkward, Valora.
You want to find him, don't you?
I do, but do I want to find him this bad? The answer's yes. And she looks so exasperated, right?
Valora like awkwardly pats her on the shoulder and takes a big step back.
I did tell myself I would ask everybody that's dealt with the public.
He's dealt with the public.
Oh, he's really dealt with the public. And she just slowly opens the door again and like closes it behind her without turning around. And she just looks super awkward. And I'm sure the guy's just he's still there.
Yep, he's standing like, wow, that was fast.
No, sorry, but no, I'm just, my friend made it a point to, think it's a good idea, because I'm looking for my brother, and I'm wondering if you might have seen him.
You're looking for your brother in a brothel.
Well, no, I mean, if you've seen him, like, in the past, like, I'm trying...
I don't judge, all right? This is a judgment-free zone in here.
What? No, I'm trying to locate him. I've been trying to find him for a year, because he went somewhere, and he didn't tell me where he was going.
That's not usually what we work in here, but I can try and help. Okay, what do you, what?
I mean, he looks like me, but taller and a little bit older and a guy. He has the same kind of hair as I do. It's longer than mine, though.
I mean, I don't know necessarily myself, but I mean, I'm not here often, just sometimes. I'm kind of on shift here right now working the desk. You can always ask them. And he gestures over towards all the naked people that are on the side of the wall.
I don't know if I want to.
That is up to you, darling.
You don't remember seeing a half-elf man with black and white hair and blue eyes?
Me personally, I have not.
I don't want to. She looks.
Listen, I don't have all day. If someone walks in and sees this, you're going to scare future customers. Can you please decide if you're going to ask them or leave?
She just kind of nods and then turns around and goes out the door.
Have a good evening.
You too. Closes it.
You hear giggling from the people inside.
Of course. She just goes over to Valora and just like leans her forehead against Valora's arm.
Oh,
like next to her. She's just like, I'm so tired.
I assume it didn't go well.
He's never personally seen him, and he's like, oh, you can always ask those people, and gestured to all the other naked individuals that were there.
You feel Valora stiffen.
And I was like, no thank you, and then I came back out here.
Okay,
Because she's like all the way up to her neck, she's red now.
Look, we don't have to...
And then he thought that I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about the misunderstanding.
All right, you don't have to.
It's
It's
do
fine.
People do
Sylvie,
that?
Sylvie.
Like, she's just having a crisis.
Sylvie, it's fine, okay?
I don't know. Do people...
Look,
What?
Look, if you decide that you want to go back to ask the
No,
people...
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right, then let's...
I'm pretty sure he's across the tides. I'm good.
Okay.
It's I am so tired.
Do you want to go back to the room?
I need to lay down.
Okay.
Unless you want to do more shopping. I don't know.
No, if you're tired, we can go
These
back.
places are probably closing up though, because like how late is it at this point?
It's starting to get like going beyond sunset now,
Yeah.
so you do
the
notice
only
that
place
there
that's gonna stay
various-
open is the Rosebush.
there are numerous places that are closing down, especially ones like food establishments. They're staying open a little bit. Some of the more tactile shops, like the linen shops and other ones like that, the metalworks and woodworks, those are starting to close down for the night. So it is starting to become less lively in various parts of the city.
Maybe tomorrow we can venture forth out here again and not go in this building.
Now that we know what it is,
I'm
yes.
sure they're all lovely people,
I'm
but
sure they are.
boy oh boy.
Yep.
I think a couple years just got shaved off of my lifespan.
For once, I am in complete agreement with you.
It's not what I was expecting.
Me neither.
It's just gonna keep.
Me neither.
Just start walking back towards it.
Do you want to take those potions when we get back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe there'll be a memory wipe one.
Maybe. And I can forget this ever happened.
Maybe there's a very specific effect where you forget that you saw naked people.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we're walking back.
All right, so with almost 1,000-yard stares on both of your faces,
Like the anime type of thing with the shadow over their eyes.
you head back towards the inn for the night, go on upstairs to your fancy suite.
By the time they get back, Sylvie's not blushing anymore, but she still looks very tired.
And you guys are back in your rooms, free from the public and free from the rosebush.
Oh my god. Sylvia's gonna like take off her boots and just lay down on one side of the king size bed, like just face down in the pillow and just
Are you gonna sleep in that dress?
No.
Okay. Laura just shrugs and goes to the to the bathroom to change out of her armor and everything. She just puts on just simple clothes, just like a shirt. And some pants.
While Valora is changing in the bathroom, Sylvia's gonna sit up and she's gonna look down at the dress and then just think for a second, and then the usual sparkly nature of it sparkles a bit more, but not like a flash of light or anything, just extra sparkly, and it shifts into a pink nightgown.
What the fuck?
All right, yeah.
Yep.
And Valeria, you just watch this happen. Is it just...
Well, no, she's in the bathroom.
I'm in the
Oh
bathroom.
yeah, sorry.
She waited
Yeah.
while she was in the bathroom to do
Yeah.
this.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Okay.
The corset's gone. It's just pink nightgown now,
Interesting.
with some lace on the bottom, and like
Yeah.
those like poofy like see-through long sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Laura walks back out, and she just has on like a simple t-shirt. It's kind of loose on her. Some simple pants, barefoot, and yeah, all of her little armor pieces on her arms are off. Her breastplate's off,
Mm-hmm.
and she has her hair up in a little kind of messy, tied up bun.
Yeah. Ooh, you look so comfy.
And you do too. And she looks at the nightgown. It suits you.
Thanks. I like the bun.
Thanks.
You should try doing that more often. Have you ever done like a full braid?
No. I've only ever done my side braid.
I could, if you want, I could braid your hair. If you want.
Laura
you
raises
want.
her, or she like quirks an eyebrow at Sylvie. Let's do the potions first.
Okay! And then she just immediately goes back to her bag, takes out the orange and white one, and just kind of like looks at it and like swishes it around a little. Does it have any like weird effect to it, or is it just...
I mean, it kind of like swirls more as
Yeah.
you do that. The colors don't like to mix very well, so
Interesting.
instead of it,
So it's like if
blending
one of them was like
together.
made of oil, it's like oil and water where it just kind of
Yeah.
like, okay. Huh. So, do you want me to do mine first in case yours is like really bad?
You know what? Yeah, that's a good idea.
She just holds it and just like pulls the cork off and just kind of like does that thing they teach you in chemistry class in school and like wafts the smell instead of smelling it directly. Like she uses her hand to like try and get the scent of it. Does it smell like anything?
kind of, but it's not something you can recognize. You know, it seems to be just arcane mishmash of interesting ingredients that's wafting up into your nose.
Would I know if we need to if I would need to drink the whole thing or just part of it?
You would have to drink the whole thing.
Okay.
Valora's just kind of standing next to the bed, just ready for whatever.
Just in case Sylvie's gonna slide off of the bed and go stand into the open space of the room. Okay. Bottoms up, and she just a little cheers motion and then just downs it like a shot.
All right. You drink the entire potion. Firstly, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Oh god.
Some multiple process on this.
Okay, but Evan, if it's a boring one from the table, you should change it.
We'll see what happens. So,
6.
a 6?
Uh-huh.
Okay, roll a d100.
I don't like that reaction that he had. That wasn't that sus?
Yeah, that was sus.
That was sus. Okay, I'm gonna use the fancy ones that you got me.
Yes.
74.
74.
Like from that one
All
SpongeBob
right.
episode.
74.
I'm scared.
Me too.
He's smiling. I don't like that. I don't. Ellie, I'm scared. He's biting his lip. I don't like that. He's thinking. I don't.
All right.
Oh no.
You
What?
drink this potion.
Are you smiling?
You drink this potion, and, you know, within a few seconds, your stomach starts to feel upset.
Uh-oh.
But not the kind of upset that you're used to feeling. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh no. The sorcerer make a constitution save. Oh well, I'm proficient in it. Okay. This thing loves rolling 5s. That is a 9.
As a 9, you have Tides of Chaos.
Oh shit.
Oh.
You have Tides of Chaos for the day.
The fact that you're reminding me of that is...
Yeah, you haven't used it at all today, and it's the end of the night.
Because you are starting to feel a strong pain coming from your stomach.
Oh god.
And it's a sensation you've never felt before.
So she starts to panic a little bit and closes her eyes and tries to take a deep breath and focuses on grabbing that chaotic magical energy from within herself like her teacher taught her to.
Okay.
Silvie?
So, you've got your advantage.
Uh-huh.
Roll again for your con save.
Ooh, much better. 22.
Nice.
22. Okay. But now I need you to roll another D100 for the wild magic table. Oh boy, it's gonna be a interesting day here in the Silvie house.
4.
4?
Oh, wow.
All right.
Yeah.
It's probably good that you have a simple one here.
Well, we are in a fancy hotel.
That's true.
You are in a fancy hotel.
I just love
In a city, I know.
So, I mean,
We paid for the nice room, though.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll leave it up to you because this one is quite inconsequential. If
okay.
you want to roll it in, you can, but maybe for the sake of safety, you can decide not to.
Especially with these potions
So,
also going on. I don't know what the potion is either.
you embrace your
Yeah.
chaotic magic as you're fighting off whatever's going on inside your system, and you can tell that something happens. And Valora, you watch as like Silvie embraces this magic, and her eyes kind of have this faint glow, and the colors of her eyes shift to being like this golden color for a bit, and that lingers for about a minute as she's doing that. And you can tell something's happened, but you can't really make out what's going on with this one. You don't see any changes to you with your wild magic surge or anything. So that part is settled and pretty okay. As you're fighting off this pain that's in your stomach, and it hurts. It really feels uncomfortable. It hurts a lot, and you're fighting it off. Let me just go ahead and see here.
Valora kind of slowly approaches
'Cause-
Silvie. Silvie, are you alright?
Okay.
Your eyes, they're kind of glowing.
Oh, something was really wrong. My stomach really hurts, and I kind of tapped into my wild magic to help me with it because I kind of panicked. The eyes think that's what that is. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. I don't know what the potion's doing though.
Okay.
So you're trying your best to fight off this feeling and help yourself, but you feel this weird, like almost like a stabbing sensation from your stomach.
Yeah, she's probably like
And
holding her stomach right now.
Both of you look down, you can start to see it's almost as if something is poking through.
Oh,
What?
fuck no. Some
Do
fucking
you
alien
investigate?
shit. Valora crossed, like, she closes the distance between her and
Yeah.
Silvie. She holds out her arm for Silvie to take if she needs to, like, stabilize herself. And she looks at it and she goes, Silvie, there's something poking through your stomach.
I'm sorry. And she would immediately look down.
Yep, so you through your little nightgown and such, if you're gonna, because you just see it kind of like, you see like little tiny pokes coming forward. But do you
Laura-
like go to lift up your dress and investigate it, essentially?
Pokes?
Valora kneels down in front of Silvie and touches it. Does she, like, feel it, like, poking through? the
Yeah,
skin?
it's pointy.
Silvie, can you lift up your
And you see
nightgown?
faint traces of like trickles of blood.
Silvie, you need to lift up your nightgown.
She is going to, like, she's panicking, but she focuses for a split second. And the nightgown shifts to what I guess the equivalent of, like, what, sweatpants here.
Okay, yeah.
And a crop top, so that
Okay.
you can see your stomach. That's me. That's my dress. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You'll address that later. You're
Yeah.
just like, oh, okay.
Okay, what
But
do I see?
Now you see, as you're looking at this, you see you're trying to process it because it looks very weird from it. But in various places, there's like 6 of these little, looks like, you're looking at it and looking up close, like roots that are piercing through her stomach and growing out pretty quickly out of her.
Like they've come out of her skin?
Yes, they're coming out. They've pierced through her skin and are sticking out. And they look like
a
roots
xenomorph
of some kind.
Yeah. This is
And
some
you
alien
succeeded,
shit. Yeah.
so it was half, and you take 16 piercing damage.
Ooh. Oh god, what's 31 minus 16?
Oh my god.
15?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm at less than half health now.
Shit.
And you see that they're piercing through, and it's leaving trickles of blood on her, and they're like growing more and more out of her stomach.
Oh my god. Okay. Can Valora like
This
make
better
some
make
kind
a
of
lot
check
of fucking money. And she swears for once. That's
to like help
that's
her? Like
Yeah, you
that is
can-
the first time you hear her swear. She said the F word.
You can go ahead and make a medicine check.
Valora's
to try
knelt
and
down
help
in front of
and,
you, so her face is like parallel to the stomach and like the roots coming out, and she's kind of like holding onto your side so you don't fall over.
Yeah.
And she's gonna Sylvie, just try to stay calm. We'll say okay. The worst thing you can do is move right now.
But I could try and do something to them.
Oh wow. Natural 19. My pencil.
Oops. Oh no.
Natural 19 for 22.
22?
For what?
Okay.
What'd you roll? I'm a little distracted.
It's medicine to
Oh.
try and assist you. So Valora is crouched down in front of you and like very carefully grabs like these roots as they are, and like grabs one and very slowly and carefully while holding the skin kind of starts pulling it out of your body until it like kind of gives at some point, and you see like a tiny little bean that these roots are sprouting from. And Valora is able to do it one by one to each of them and remove these bean sprouts that were piercing through your stomach.
Bro, what the hell? Not a horror campaign.
Like she's using one hand to like hold you up so you're not like passing out like from the pain,
yeah.
and the other hand to like slowly.
She literally got brought down to just under half of her total health. Jesus Christ.
to like slowly bring them out, and she tosses them to the floor, and she using her hand, she guides Sylvie just to sit down on the floor.
Jesus
Jeez. Okay.
Sylvie probably like covered her mouth through all this so that people don't like, hear sudden screaming of pain.
Yeah,
and
it seems like the place here is pretty quiet. You can
Yeah.
assume that with suites like this, they've built the walls pretty nicely to try and give anyone up their privacy.
She's just like breathing really heavy. She probably has like sweat going down her her face, and she's just a little shaky. And she does not look good at all. The last time you saw her like this was after you fought the giant monsters.
Yeah. This somehow seems worse. Jesus. Okay, Sylvie, I'm going to pick you up and put you in the bed, okay?
Okay.
All right. And Valora just easily scoops her up and
Like
puts her.
she's like keeps like trying to blink, like trying to focus, but she feels like lightheaded right now. I'm assuming these are all things that she is feeling from this, right? There is no like specific other side effects.
No, it's just the pain of this stuff piercing out of you.
She'll lay you gently in the bed. And all right, just close your eyes, okay?
We gotta write down what this did.
Don't worry, I will. Just close your eyes.
I want to strangle Qrud right now.
Look, on the bright side, you'll get a lot of money,
He
okay?
better give me a lot of money.
Okay. But Sylvie, I need you to close your eyes right now.
She'll grab one of the pillows and just cover her face with it.
And Valora's gonna kind of lean over Sylvie, and she's gonna gently place her hands over your wounds. And you don't see it, but a kind of warm, bright light emanates from her hands. And you feel just like a warmth spread throughout your stomach.
A very different warmth.
And you feel your wounds kind of closing up a little bit.
Ooh.
And you get 7 HP.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Yeah, you're just there and
I'm
you
at
feel
22
this
now instead of.
sudden, strange, warm, gentle sensation, and the pain kind of eases on you as you're laying there as that happens.
And
She's like looks less tense now, obviously. That's, it's just... She's from behind the muff, like...
Valora shakes her head and she gently, pries the pillow away from you.
Oh, and she just looks down and is like, how'd you do that? Thank you, but how?
And you're welcome.
Are you sure you're not a druid?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. And she just, she set up a little bit, so then she just lays back down. She does not care how you did it. She's just glad that you did it, because, oh my god!
Holy shit.
Are you sure you want to drink yours?
I'm sure. I do need the money.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
What if it's like a bigger bean?
A bigger bean?
Yeah. What if it's
the
like
worst possible outcome.
What if it's like a tree that comes out of your stomach?
Then we'll deal with it when it happens.
Okay. That was so bad.
I know. I'm just try not to move around too much, okay?
Yeah, it's a little sore.
I bet. And she kind of looks over your outfit a bit. So your dress is magical?
Yeah. The material lets me change into whatever outfit I want.
It's pretty neat.
Thanks. Usually it's it's also my shoes, but I just decided to take my boots off. So
Right.
yeah, I can even look like I can be wearing armor, even though it doesn't function as it, but I can aesthetically wear it. It's pretty cool.
Valora just kind of nods, what purpose would that have? Okay.
It's just really neat.
It is really neat. It is.
Thanks.
Here, just drink some water. and
Okay.
Try to relax, okay?
She just reaches over to the bedside table. They probably have some water there or whatever. Just sits up a little bit just so that she can, monitor you.
Yeah.
But, up against the back of the
Yeah.
bed
It's the
with
bed frame.
pillows. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's just holding water. She's like, okay, I'll pay attention to what happens.
All right. And Valora's gonna go and grab her potion bottle,
God.
and she's gonna kind of lean against the wall that's across from Silvie, so Silvie can watch what happens from a good vantage point, but far enough away so that if something fucking sprouts from her, she wouldn't want it to injure Silvie.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
dead. That's how I die. God. Qrud's like, oh shit. Not kidding.
So she just kind of gestures the bottle to Silvie and then downs it all
Oh god.
All right.
in one go.
First roll a d20 for me.
Oh man. Not what I expected.
17.
17. Okay, now roll a d100.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. I thought it was gonna
That's the
be
best part.
a fire breath or something, but nope. It was much worse.
Some alchemy can go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
79.
79.
At least it wasn't 74. Even though the D20 was different, so.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you got the same?
Oh my god.
Good lord, that's awful. And we just have the
That was
beans
crazy.
that have the sprouts out of them.
Yeah.
Now they're just.
Yeah, you have those. They were still growing a little bit when they were pulled out of you, but they seem to have calmed down a little bit.
Calm
now.
down.
They're
Yep.
just on the floor where Valora
Yep.
tossed them.
They can only grow in stomach acid. Can you imagine? That's
Dear
that's a
God.
crazy way to
Alright,
assassinate
so
somebody. Here's some
you-
beans.
Take this, can't even say pitch black, this almost anti-color potion
Whoa.
there, and you take it down,
It is
thinking
the
about what happened
absence
to
of color.
Sylvie. You get absolutely terrified. You're probably sitting there what the fuck's gonna happen to me?
Yeah.
You're worried, maybe you have your eyes closed and squinting, but you don't quite feel like anything strange happening at the moment. But you start to feel this arcane power emanate from within you. You're not quite familiar with this feeling, and suddenly on your shoulder there's this black ball of smoke that starts for a second, and as it fizzles away, you have a black raven on your shoulder.
What the fuck?
And it's akin and it is akin to the Find Familiar spell. That this raven has
She
been
says
summoned.
that. She just looks sad now. I get half dead and you get a cool bird? I mean, I'm happy for you, but man.
Valora looks at the raven in shock, and she's like,
He kind of fits your aesthetic.
yeah, I guess. She looks at it. Hello. Silvie, how long do these things last?
When
Do
I
you
know. Because doesn't Find Familiar just last until it
That's what I was
dies or you
double-checking.
dismiss it?
Yes, through the Find Familiar, they are here until they perish.
Yeah. So you got a pet!
Valora looks at it, and she kind of just gently, like, strokes its head and along its body.
And you see it's very friendly to you. It's physical, it's manifested, it's not an illusion or anything. It is a physical being now. And it, as soon as it sees you reach up, it almost kind of leans in towards it as if showing that it's obeying you.
Valora smiles, and she just continues petting it. Hello.
Sylvie's just staring. Like, she's just like, very mixed emotions on her face right now. She first is just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that look. Second is like, relief, because she's like, thank God something like that didn't happen to Valora. And then just like, a little bit of jealousy. Because she's like, I want a bird. She's been staring at birds all day.
She did want a bird.
She's like, oh, what are you gonna name him?
I don't know. And Valora holds out her finger for it to step onto.
It steps on easily.
And she, like, kind of holds against her chest, and she just kind of smiles at it and just strokes it more. You've never really seen her, like, kind of like this, with, like, she just looks happy.
Emotional support raven.
And she walks over to you and holds him out to you, and here, put out your arm.
She'll put out her arm. Evan, is he going?
If you still command it to, then it easily goes ahead and steps over.
Go on, buddy. Go.
It steps over.
Her mood instantly changes. She's so happy now. She's like, you're so pretty. Yeah, exactly, right? I know. Like, she's the kind of person to talk to pets, even though they're not saying anything. Because she's like, can I pet you?
Turns and looks over to Valora.
Be nice to Silvie.
Flips its head back.
She's like petting his little head. And she's just got like the puppy eyes right now. He's so cute.
You wanted a bird.
She should make a cape for him. He deserves a cape. Oh my god. Wait, what do you mean you wanted a bird? It's your bird.
We'll be traveling together. It'll be our bird.
Communal bird.
Sure.
Yes. Joint ownership.
Exactly.
We gotta name him. What do we name him? What do you want to be named? And she looks at him. Caw. No.
Valora shakes her head.
What about...
I'm not very good at names, so you can...
I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'll probably have one by the time we wake up, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's only fair you get to name them.
Really?
Yes.
Yay. Thank you.
Laura nods.
Do you want to try and read the scribble journal?
Yeah, I would actually.
It's over there,
See
and
if I
she
can
points
make
to her
any-
bag.
Okay. See if I can make anything out.
And she's like just looking at the bird, the raven. She's like trying to think of a name. And while she's doing that, her clothes change back to the pink nightgown.
Valora actually goes over and puts the fucking bean sprouts in a bag and
Yeah.
ties it up
there's
like
six
tight.
of them, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She like ties it up tight.
God.
Yep. You got them stored away now. They've stopped growing. The roots are like
Ugh.
a foot to a foot and a half long, varying between them.
Jesus Christ.
And then bits of them were covered in a little bit of blood and such because it was removed from essentially her digestive system piercing out.
I mean, it's proof that we didn't just find some beans and we're like, this is what happened. God damn. That's brutal.
Jesus Christ. And then Valora's gonna grab the journal and sit down at the edge of the other side of the bed and crack it open.
All right. So let's say at this point, you guys are starting to go into long rest territory. You're going to work on the journal a little bit and relax. Is there anything you want to do, Sylvie, before heading off and sleeping in the room?
She's probably gonna, like, move her arm up so that the raven like will just vibe on top of the not nightstand, the headboard.
headrest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just vibing up there. You can do whatever you want in here. You're so great. Do you want a cape?
No sound.
Oh. What should I name? She's just trying to think of a name for now.
Laura looks to the raven. You can sleep wherever you want. Whatever's comfortable.
All right.
And it stays there up on the board for
What
now.
about midnight?
I mean, it just kind of turns towards Valora and...
I like that.
It's dark like midnight.
Yeah, I like it.
Your name is Midnight now.
Your name is Midnight.
I think he likes it.
I think so.
I hope so. I'm gonna believe he does.
So there's that set, and then we go to Valora with the book, going to investigate a little
Yes.
bit. Go ahead and give a raw intelligence check.
It's a 16.
Okay.
16?
Well,
Okay.
plus 1 intelligence.
Okay,
So
so
17. That's better than mine.
17. So
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was better than mine.
you
Yeah, mine was really low.
are scanning through, and as you look through, you kind of see that one page where Sylvia was able to make out the word
yeah, so
praxis.
she probably would have like pointed out what word she
Okay.
figured out was praxis, so you at least have those letters
Yeah.
to go off of in
Okay.
that word.
Yep, so you kind of see that and almost use that as a bit of a mental key as you look around and start beginning from the pages where it's getting unintelligible and start trying your best to decipher some of them, and you get a gist through being able to piece out some of the words in there at least, that towards those beginning pages he started to get and was talking about these really bad pains that were almost like not even headaches but a physical pain inside like the center of his skull,
Oh.
like unlike something you'd ever experienced before. His body was getting hot as if he had a fever, and he puts in there worries of if he caught some kind of disease while he was on his business trip. And later on he's talking about more symptoms coming on, that his limbs were starting to feel a bit numb and tingly, especially towards the end, like his fingers and his feet were becoming very difficult and uncomfortable to deal with, and the pain in his head was just getting more constant and growing and getting worse and worse as those symptoms were going on. As more of the pages start to go on and the ramblings get even more incoherent, you start to lose track of some of those letters there. But in that same page where Sylvie had seen the word praxis, you had been able to make out another word in there, and it states risen.
What? Is it after Praxis?
Yes, seemingly so, yes.
What?
And we will end the session there.
It was Praxis again. God.
Jesus
What the hell?
Christ.
He has risen.
No.
How about no, Evan?
Yeah, how about no?
How about no more risen dark gods in our lives, please? Jesus Christ.
Damn it.
Hello everyone, it is Evan from the future here, thanking you once again for listening to another episode of Tides of Esthios from us here at Arcane Trinity, starring Allie with one L as Silvie, Allie with two L's as Valora, and myself, Evan, as the DM, and every other character in the world. Thank you all for listening on your choice of Spotify or YouTube, available on both, known as Arcane Trinity Podcast. You can just follow us on our socials, like Twitter at Arcane Trinity _. You can also find us on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook at Arcane Trinity Podcast. And you can also join our fancy little Arcane Trinity Podcast Discord and talk to your fellow fans about the shows and the episodes. And there are a few benefits if you go ahead and join. You know what time it is? That's right. you can join our Patreon and get extra bonus content like raps at the end of every single episode, and you can also get a few extra Discord treats to kind of, give yourself a little bit extra in turn of the support for the podcast. You can find that at Arcane Trinity Podcast on Patreon. All of those links can be found in the link tree in the description. Thank you all again for listening, and we will see you next Friday with the next episode. Bye-bye.